All right, hello everybody. I want to welcome you to this event. It's a great event that we have, but I want to welcome some people first. Habitat for Humanity people, welcome. The members of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, I want to welcome you. GRPS dignitaries, the Innovation Central High School staff, the Academy for Design and Construction staff. I want to welcome the students, but really I want a really gracious welcome to the Wolverine brand apparel and footwear people. Thank you very much for being here for this event. This is a great partnership that we have, and we really want to celebrate it in style. And to really kick this off, I'd like to invite up the Assistant Superintendent over Instruction in Schools, Dr. Ron Gorman.
Thank you. On behalf of Superintendent Weatherall Neal and our Board of Education, I would just really like to thank everyone who's involved for making this happen. The Academy of Design and Construction at Innovation Central is one of our premier programs that we have in the school district. The students could, I'm assuming, get a wonderful education out of a textbook in one of our high schools, but I don't think they can get any better education than they're getting right here in the Academy of Design and Construction at Innovation Central. This is a real life experience, one of which many students in our county are not receiving, and we are receiving it at our phenomenal high school under the leadership of Mr. Mark Frost, who is the principal at Innovation Central High School, Mr. Gideon Sanders, who is the Director of Innovative Strategies at Innovation Central. I would also like to thank Mr. Belden, who's been in the program for quite some time. Is Mr. Belden around? Right here. Hey, Mr. Belden, nice to see you. Mr. Reed, is Mr. Reed around? Okay, and also Mr. Kyle Jellens, who is a member of the team as well. And thank you so much for Habitat for Humanity for continuing to partner with us. This is a phenomenal opportunity for our community. I love building a couple of houses every single year. Not that I'm doing it, you guys are doing all of the work. And thank you to Wolverine for the jackets, the boots, the socks, the sweatshirts, everything else, because it is really cold out here, and without your support, it would be even colder. So on behalf of the superintendent and our Board of Education, thank you so much. And at this time, I would like to bring up one of our Board of Education members, Ms. Jen Schottke. Thank you.
All right, good morning. My name is Jen Schottke, and this morning I am blessed to wear 3 hats, actually, as they relate to Grand Rapids Public Schools. The first is that I am a proud trustee on the Grand Rapids Public Schools Board of Education, where we work in partnership with our leader, Superintendent Teresa Weatherall Neal, to create exceptional outcomes for our nearly 17,000 students, and where we're doing that today through our district's transformation plan. Second, I serve on the Advisory Council for the Academy for Design and Construction at Innovation Central High School, where we support the remarkable teachers and administrators who are inspiring the next generation of architects, builders, engineers, project managers, electricians, masons, and the list goes on. So third, my professional work. I serve as the Vice President of Operations for the Associated Builders and Contractors Western Michigan chapter. And in this role, I serve over 420 commercial construction companies and businesses who are our members. I serve an industry whose #1 challenge right now is the challenge of recruiting, training, and retaining the next generation of construction professionals. Innovation Central High School and the Academy for Design and Construction is one current and active solution to the workforce shortage facing the construction industry today. And here is how. Julio, Isidro, Jose, Nolan, Angel, the list goes on. These are the remarkable construction students who invested in themselves, built 2 homes, you guys, during their high school careers. They enrolled in our Jumpstart program, and on completion, they were immediately hired into the industry. Not only immediately hired, but had more job offers than an 18-year-old knows what to do with. Today, these young adults have careers as carpenters, painters, specialty roofers, and sheet metal workers. And I say careers because these are not second-class jobs, you guys. These are careers that will provide for them, their families, and for our communities for lifetimes. This is what Grand Rapids Public Schools means to our next generation of workforce. It means students who can problem solve, show up and work hard, and take pride in a completed project, right? It means teachers and administrators who bring curriculum alive for students as they show them the relevancy of language arts on a construction site or visual arts in architecture. It means a system that instills professional skills, the skills that are most hard to teach. How to shake hands, how to communicate effectively, how to work in a team, and how to interview for a job. Grand Rapids Public Schools and the Academy of Design and Construction is the first place that I look when I am recruiting students into the construction industry, because I know they are focused, they are prepared, and they are already developing their construction careers. So thank you, Grand Rapids Public Schools. Thank you, Innovation Central High School. Thank you, Academy for Design and Construction. Thank you, Habitat. Thank you, Wolverine brand, for preparing our next generation of construction workforce. And with that, I'd like to welcome Brian Chrisman, the chair of our advisory council at the Academy of Design and Construction and vice president of the Chrisman Company. Brian.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. The design and construction industry experiencing a severe shortage in our workforce. Some of this is due to the baby boomers and a lot of people retiring from our workforce. We knew this was coming, but the strong economy has just made this such a strong need in our community, especially here in West Michigan. Once upon a time when I was a young man, my dad was a local building trades teacher and taught school for 30 years. That got me excited about construction. I grew up in the residential market in high school and in college, building houses very similar to what you see here today. But that excitement, made me want to do things, stronger and better. And my mom was a math teacher, and so I went on to get an engineering degree and came to the Chrisman Company to build bigger, stronger, complex projects. And this community here has allowed us to be able to give so much back to the community with the projects that we've been able to do. Chrisman is excited, to be able to partner with the Academy of Design and Construction. I've been the chair for our committee here for a year or so, and just the partnerships that we see with Wolverine and Habitat in the school it's just phenomenal with what we've been able to do. So I want to thank Grand Rapids Public Schools and the Academy of Design and Construction for being able to get this excitement back in construction, this excitement back with all of these kids that will have a future. These are the kids that will be building this community for the years to come. Thank you very much. So with that, I want to bring up Brandon, the Director of Construction for Habitat for Humanity.
Hi, I'm Brandon Deckingill with Habitat for Humanity of Kent County. I'm the Director of Construction, overseeing all the construction operations, and I just wanted to say thank everyone for being here and just kind of share a little bit about what this means to Habitat and our families. This program's been going on, or this partnership, for about 12 years. I believe this is the 12th house. I think Dave Belden, the teacher's been a part of a majority of them, about 8 of them, since the time I've been here. And this has just been one of those long-standing relationships we look forward to continuing, and it just really helps our program support our families. The family here, Mizar and Sophia, have 4 kids, so when this house gets finished up at the end of your school year in June, July, they're really looking forward to moving in here. They've been working on this house occasionally, working on other people's houses in the program, and we just can't do it without this program. You guys help us build further, help our volunteers go further every year. So Habitat's built about 400 houses. This year we're doing about 15 houses. So again, without this partnership, we couldn't do as many houses each year. So just a couple other things about the students. These guys started this house in a panel shop. So this house was prefabricated, the deck system in the walls. We think the industry's going that way. Habitat Kent's been innovative, just like the high school. And these guys are willing to try some new things. So we've just really enjoyed working with them and having them take these things on. So again, thanks everyone for the support. It's very difficult to build out here in the cold, but even kudos to the administration at GRPS too, because it's hard to get 15 students out here every day for a couple hours, and we appreciate your diligence and making it happen year after year, because we know it's a challenge on both ends, and so thank you for supporting them with all their good-looking gear too. So I want to introduce Kyle as a student with GRPS.
Thank you all for being here. I'm Kyle Jellins, lead teacher of the Academy for Design and Construction. It is a pleasure for me to be able to represent our students as the lead teacher for the Academy for Design and Construction. I was asked to speak about what the ADC means for students. I could have spoken about what we teachers would like the Academy to mean for the students. However, I decided to answer this question by going straight to our clients, the students themselves, to get their honest opinions. As I reviewed student responses, there were many of the same positive things being reported. As we would have hoped, the students and we teachers share a common vision. First, the ADC means individualized learning through real hands-on experiences. This means that each student has particular areas of interest, many of which are yet to be discovered as they join the ADC as ninth graders. Experiences with the ADC are usually hands-on and allow each student to explore at their own comfort level and depth. To some students, this means spending extra hours at home with a sketchbook, perfecting their floor plan of their dream home. They are a future architect, and they cannot wait to one day see their dream home built in real life. To another student, it is taking on extra woodworking practice in the wood shop because they are a future builder and they love making cuts with the miter saw and pounding nails. Students also pointed out their chance to develop leadership skills. To one student, the ADC means to lead other people through complex tasks. We say people because it is not just their peers. Students take the lead on various tasks that they meet with their professional mentors every month that they have a chance to work with and learn about what these real careers are actually like from professionals. Students also engage in professional networking from local companies when taking part in the various field trips that the ADC students take around the Grand Rapids area. Here, students take pride in shaking hands, collecting business cards, because they are future business owners or project managers. The ADC means that students see their place in the world. Typically upon graduation from a typical high school, students may be left in fear, not having prepared for the road ahead of them. Our students do not share this fear. The ADC means that the students will be given every opportunity to discover how they can make a career in the world of design and construction. ADC students do not fear what lies ahead after graduation. Instead, students count down the days until they can apply the skills they've learned and get paid. This takes us to some final words from me on how the ADC means an opportunity to succeed in the real world, as spoken by ADC 10th grader and student leadership team member Devin McManus. He says, "The Academy is much more than a place of construction. It is a part of the world that is preparing you to have a better life." With that said, I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Carrie Hill, the Wolverine brand director.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm super excited to be here. It's our 4th year in partnership with ADC, and it's incredible every year to come out here and see these students in the cold doing what they do without, worrying about the elements and have this job that they had to finish in such a short period of time. I just want to thank right off the bat Gideon. This is an amazing partnership that we started 4 years ago. It's an authentic one, full of passion for both sides. And I think when you have that passion come through in a partnership, that authenticity comes through, which is very important to a brand like Wolverine. We support the trades. That is, quite frankly, the backbone of our brand. We see the importance of the trade field continuing on with this younger generation. And to tap into these students at this age, at this high school level, is not an easy thing to do. They're not always thinking of a brand like Wolverine at this age. So there's a lot of dynamics involved in this. And for them to appreciate their work and come out here in the cold, we don't want them to worry about being cold. We don't want them to worry about being uncomfortable and not safe. So from a tactical standpoint, we know that these kids have these elements against them in a trade that is not necessarily the most attractive trade for this generation. So to be in partnership and show them that we're here to support that from a tactical standpoint and then in every other way around that. So, from that, we just want to recognize and say thank you to the students for following their passion, coming out here and tapping into that side of them at such a young age and understanding that this is something that they can build a career in and have a really rich life, working in construction. On a personal level, of course, I'm in the design field, and I always like to tell the students every year that you're designers, you're creatives, you have passion that you bring every day to a project that doesn't become yours. You're leaving this with a family, which we have connection to because I design shoes. They're not for me. They're to give to somebody else to experience and love. And that's not, it's a very unselfish avenue to go through. So I want to just really congratulate the students every year on what they recognize at such a young age and highlight that you're all creatives and designers. And I'm really proud of all of you. So congratulations to the students too. So next, I just want to introduce George. He's going to come up here and talk about what this means for him. Okay.
All right. Fix this. I think so. My name is George Maldonado, and I am a junior at Innovation Central High School in GRPS, and I am part of the Academy for Design and Construction. I moved from engineering to construction because I wanted to be more with hands-on. I wanted more experience than what I have. My dad inspired me to be an engineer as well as gain experience in construction. He did both, and I wanted to do the same, following his steps, but to do more. Moving to construction felt different in a way that I know I can help learn and use my hands. At first, I thought it was going to be hard and take a lot of time. Now it feels nice and good, especially working with a partner that will work with you and get things done. I see building a house as an art project where you have to put in the time and effort in order for it to come out complete. I'm willing to go beyond my experience to try new things and gain experience and work with others and groups and different organizations as a part of design and construction. The donations means a lot to me because it's a sign that you care about us. We have to work in some extreme weather conditions, and you are supporting us so we can finish this house we're building for someone else. When I first got the boots and the hoodie, I felt good because we were getting them for free. And I no longer had to worry about being cold or have to worry about my feet being cold or a nail going up my shoe. Yet, I still felt cold until I finally received the coat, which made it so much better. It would keep me warm, and I wouldn't have to worry about getting my clothes dirty. And lastly, I felt a part of the community. No longer I just was a student at Innovation Central High School, but now I felt a value as a citizen in Grand Rapids. Gracias por las donaciones que nos han dado.
Thank you all for coming today. To begin with, siding, joists, trusses, soffit. I've now exhausted my vocabulary in construction. However, these students continue to learn, continue to experience, and continue to understand the industry better than I ever will. And we always joke about how we're building the people that we're going to work for in the future, and these are it. These are the students who are going to make a difference in the industry, in our community, and hopefully on a broader scale for society. I want to thank Wolverine brand. It's been a wonderful partnership. I remember 5 years ago when we did the first one that it was minus 20 degrees. I stood in a suit thinking, hey, it's not that bad, I can handle this, and I shivered all the way through it. Today, I'm a little smarter, and I wear a jacket, a coat that we understand the students need as well. A lot of our students are in situations that make it so that this donation is something they'll be able to carry on with them into their careers for years to come. So we really do appreciate Wolverine's dedication to our cause and making it part of their cause. So thank you. Thank you to everybody who came today. Thank you to the students who continue to work hard on building this home for somebody else, knowing that at some point they're going to be able to drive down Stolpe and say, I built that. That's their legacy that they're leaving in Grand Rapids. Thank you all for coming very much. Those who would like to remain behind and take a tour, Mr. Belden and I will help show you around, see what the students have done already. Those of you who are going to be leaving, thank you again for coming. We really do appreciate it.